My name is Rhoda Allen. It's wonderful to be in this place today. I'm just sorry all of you weren't here with me. When Spencer and I came to Columbus and we started looking for a church home, we were told that Trinity had the most diverse Episcopal congregation in the area. So we visited, and we started here about 2006. I decided to use whatever abilities I might have in order to get to know people. I could dig in the ground, I could iron linen, I could polish silver, I could wash dishes. By doing these simple, mundane tasks, I got to meet many wonderful people. I was asked to serve on vestry, and years later became junior and then senior warden. I tell you this because as I got to know the church and understand the workings of this church, its needs, its financial issues, its spiritual guidance, its place in this community, the more I learned, the more I realized it was important in giving in a regular basis by pledging. Your current wardens and vestry agreed to serve you back in January, and they had no idea what they were getting into. With the staff, they've made plans for how we can safely revisit this area. They've also tried to manage the finances. Expenses have continued. We have each been asked to continue our 2020 pledges if it was all possible. I've been very touched by the prayer that has been used oftentimes in the online services. It says in part, "May we who are merely inconvenienced remember those whose lives are at risk. May we who are quarantined at home remember those who has no home to go to." The last real service I attended was on March 15th, 2020. Did not want to come that day, but I'm ever so grateful I did. That was the last time to take home in communion, pass the peace, and get hugs. The staff has been so diligent in providing online the Zoom Sunday morning, the morning prayer, and the Thursday noon service. I can't imagine these months without that. The rector and the people of Trinity have offered themselves by phone, by emails, by walks, by outside visits to combat that feeling of isolation and let us know that we're still a part of Trinity. That personal experience has been very important to me. John Soderberg said after visiting Trinity, he felt a strong gravitational pull towards Trinity with the way it had found its place in the world. James and Jack Wimsite reminded us that God helps us in our ups and downs, and that gratitude can and has grown during these last months. Chisei Hamasi's meaningful presence, by her meaningful presence in the garden, being there and listening, she has taken time to have community during these unusual months. Trinity's support has been and continues to be crucial to that program. Rachel Harris said Trinity's consistency now and in the future is so important to her and her growing family. As I considered what my gift to Trinity would be in the way of a pledge, I needed to remember the blessings that I have received from being part of this church and what it meant to Spencer. I needed to think of what the future brings and how Trinity can and must remain a vital spot in this community by knitting new and imaginative ways. I have filled out my pledge card. I prayerfully invite you to join me in this vital undertaking. Thank you.